Hey, I'm back. I think I figured this out. So, when you see this, it's a count, right? So I have to find this number 1 of this type, 88. And so yes, this is a type 88 here, and it's disrupted, so it doesn't count, right? So I would start cheering. However, there is a type 88 off map. And this type is active for as long as all those positions are not in US control, which is the case here. We don't have all those in control. So the check for 188 is true. The off-map artillery is still active. Now, if this was asking for 288s, I would say that it's false because we disrupted the other one. There's only 288s on this half of the board. So therefore, a unit is going to get hit. It is done after the German fire phase, but remember, we're doing the extended rules. The extended rules, so in the German fire phase, if somebody gets hit by fire, then the artillery hits after. So just bear in mind that there's nobody landing, nobody in the beach approach boxes. So it's going to hit a non-infantry unit on the beach. That's what it will target. And we have to resolve the fire phase first and make sure everybody gets hit from the guns and then do the artillery after. Okay, so first step is we have orange, which we knew was going to be a problem child, but we disrupted orange. So all that happens is their disruption marker goes away. What's funny is I never found my answer on Board Game Geek. I just sort of read the rules and deciphered it. But one thing I did find on Board Game Geek is that there was some kind of issue with the mine clearing happens later, and if these disruption markers go away, that means that orange is no longer able to be cleared. And a lot of people debated on it, and I'm pretty sure, because basically it's impossible to have a disruption marker on a color that you drew on the card. And here's the deal. Orange did not fire, so therefore we can clear. And that's, I know some people are arguing that they don't interpret it that way because they're being rules wizards. But it makes no logical sense to me. So anyways, that's how we're playing. Purple would fire, but they have to have a double. And purple is also disrupted. So they're at least removing their disrupted markers. And then blue fires, but we don't care about blue because nobody's in blue's area. So they can fire all they want. They're just shooting it and killing the crabs on the beach. So, or maybe the crabs from their last time off. So anyways, we get to move on to the artillery phase. We get to choose. Oh, and then let's do the engineers. Basically, nobody fired except for blue. So blue's the only area we can't clear. And since we have a lot of open space here, we're going to just keep moving that around. So, and then lastly, the artillery. So I thought about it, and I'm going to kill this tank. We're just going to kill off one of our tanks. And, yeah, there's not much I can do about it. It was either that or our artillery, and I don't want to hit an artillery. I could have finished off this artillery because he's weak. But, frankly, we're going to get him next to the headquarters, and he can hit anywhere on the board. So I think he's going to become useful very soon. For providing, the necessary prerequisite to do artillery hits. Okay, so we're done with the fire, so now it's, peanut butter action time. Just a reminder, the east sector has 2, 4, 6, 7 dead units. One more and we lose the game. The loss limit is 8. And I need to check, is it, we're allowed to lose 8 and then the 9th one ends the game, or is it ends the game at 8? So I do have to check that, but I'm assuming I don't want to get to 8. So, but now we're on the west. Let's do the west first because we've been doing that traditionally this whole time. We know that this guy is toast, and I can kill him with just this guy alone. So that's not a problem. That is an action though, because he's out here on his own. Blue is someone we can still take out, but we don't need to because nobody's in the blue zone. So I will take this out with one action. That's easy peasy. And then these guys can't do anything unless I do an action with them. These guys all get free actions So I need to think about it because we sort of have a little bit of a bottleneck here. Nobody can attack green, by the way. I can barrage, though, because as long as he's in green's fire zone, he can barrage. So I think I will do that to at least stun green here. So I get a free action because he's next to the general. So we're going to barrage green. And since he's strength 4, if we get a triangle or a green, we succeed. And we got both because we're show-offs. And so we're going to at least disrupt green with our free action. And then this one over here, he's a ranger with a free action. So we're going to attack this. And I guess I could have used my tank to help him, but that's fine. So we're going to reveal a BG and an MG. So that's a Bangalore and a machine gun. And he doesn't have machine guns. That stinks. The Ranger doesn't have machine guns, but the tank would, but only if the tank was within 3 spaces. So the tank is within 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. So had I not barraged green, I could have taken out red. But I am going to at least disrupt red, I'm pretty sure. So I have double the strength, but I don't have matching weapons. So we don't get to see what's underneath, but we do get to at least disrupt red, which is fine. So now we know we got to use this tank next turn to take him out. So I still have one more action left. I'm contemplating moving them, but we want to take care of orange because orange opened up. And orange is a problem child. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack with this artillery, and it'll be this unit and this tank because they're inspired by the hero, right? So they're going to attack here. Does the hero let the unit underneath him move with... Because the hero's technically dead. It's always these little itty-bitty clarifications. Okay, the hero only affects his own unit. All right, so the unit underneath the hero does not get to go for free. So I may have done that incorrectly the previous turns, but I think we're fine. That unit underneath is worthless. So this one's next to the general, so he will attack here. He has the Browning. The artillery will fire, and that will provide the mortar. So we have enough. So now we flip this over, and there we go. We need artillery. It's a strength 4. That artillery is 9. So we have more than double. This unit is destroyed, and then that remains, and then it gets disrupted. And we can easily take that out next turn. So I did attack with this tank here, and it was unnecessary. But the tank underneath here is going to try to disrupt the other orange. Now, I do need to get a perfect match. I need a diamond and an orange, and our luck can only go so far. And sure enough, it ended. So we were unable to assist with that. And I'm realizing we had this unit's supposed to be on the beach. So it's on FR, or ER, I mean. It is an artillery. So I'm going to put it where the headquarters is coming in. Okay, so back to this. This orange is now a threat again. And these guys are in steady fire zones for orange. This one is in particular. So one of the things I wanted to do was get him moved. But I can't because he attacked here. So we're in a sort of a double-wedged situation. I do have one more action. So I can move, like, for example, this infantry unit away. This infantry unit, if it takes a hit, is going to cause another casualty. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow through with my thoughts and get this infantry unit up the hill. That's just a move action. Or is it a climb? It is a climb action. So to get them up the red dotted lines, they have to climb. So it's going to take them 2 turns to get up there. So right now they're climbing up, and then the next turn, this gets taken off. So it's going to take a while to get up there. So yeah, that hurts, because if we draw an orange, we're in trouble. There's nothing we can do. We've already fired all of our tanks to try to barrage this thing. Okay, so that's the west. So now we go to east, and lots of magic can finally start happening. We have taken out so many things up here. The first one is, this is no longer a free move. So he's sort of stuck where he is for now, until I can get a general or somebody to help him. This one is injured. So what I'm going to do is well, this one, we get to move. Well, that's a hero. So the whole thing is going to move there, and then it's flipped over to a climb. This is not a free action either. So these 2 guys are both sort of waiting because they don't get free actions. Same with this tank. This doesn't get a free action either. So we do want to get maybe a general or something over there, because we sort of have a little bit of overkill on this side, because there's both a general and a headquarters. So what we're going to do is the headquarters is going to move in to give this guy some support, and then this guy's going to move over on top of the headquarters to help. This one's going to move over because the general lets him. This one is actually in a great shape, so he can start coming over and harassing everything up there, but I need a general to go help him. So the general is going to push these units up, and this one over, and I think he's going to move over and join them. And this one would cost an action. I still have 2 actions, so I can do stuff. So now it's a question of, what do I want to do? I can move this guy back that way. And just thinking. So I think what I want to do is, one of my actions is going to be to move this guy one this way to help over here. And then we do have a full strength unit over here. We also have a full strength tank. So I think I'm going to move this full strength tank finally up here, because we need to start taking out orange. And I want to move him too, but you only get so many moves. And that's it. We're done. So we move to 13. I'm going to grab these just so I don't forget them and put them right here, and watch me forget them. We have to shuffle. So we're going to grab the cards and shuffle. And it's time to land on the beach. So we're on turn 13. Once we get to turn 16, I'm going to have to stop and read the rules some more, because the extended game is going to kick in. And a lot of rules change. If the extended game were to end, or I'm sorry, if the basic game were to end, they do have like a victory point scoring thing that you get to do. And I'm pretty sure I'm not scoring a lot of points right now, because you need to get these draws, which are these areas here, and you need to like control the entire draw to get points. And as you can see, we're barely taking out the nests, let alone getting anything that's deeper. But that's the idea, is that that would be your goal. Now, the one thing that would be different is, in the basic game, if you only have a nest that has a single unit in it, all it can do is damage one guy, one American. Now, with the extended rules, they damage double, so meaning a single unit can damage 2 Americans. And then there's also rules where if blue hits you, then red can't also hit you. But in the extended rules, both can hit you. So we've been actually playing with a lot more punitive rules, but that's how the game works. So, okay, so we got to land this here, and we are on turn 13. So I'm going to flip this back over, and we're going to draw for a circle. It's A, so it's delayed 3 turns. So our unit comes off, and it's delayed 3 turns. 1, 2, and it's going to arrive with this big stack. And then these would come on. Later. Okay, now we go to the west. There is no beach landing on the west, so this one's just going to come on, and he's entering the DW zone. So it's an anti-aircraft, so I will put him here because I think he needs to be near the headquarters to be able to do much. Okay, that's that. Now let's draw the event card. We are on turn 14. German plunging fire. Treat sporadic fire dots in beach hexes bordering protective hex sides as steady fire. Okay, so what that means is if it's an empty circle like this, that empty circle is now treated like one of those, the half circles. But only if it's in a hex bordering protective hex sides, which would be like the seawall. So if we're, up against the... So basically most of our units are being impacted by that. Okay, so it could be good, it could be, it could be good from the perspective that it doesn't really impact us, but this could also be bad. We'll just have to see. Okay, so now German fire. On the east side. I grew up on the east side. Baked bean don't burn on a grill. Okay, so this is a double orange, which is active, and it's diamond. So we do have a double orange diamond, but it doesn't hurt armor. So he's fine, and this is considered to be steady fire instead of sporadic, but it's not a diamond, so it doesn't matter. And this guy here is a diamond, and unfortunately, he is going to get hit. So the hero... Now what I can do is kill the hero and leave him full strength. And then he's inspired, so he would still get the free action. He just doesn't get the wild card anymore. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to make this unit inspired so he doesn't take the hit, because we can't afford to lose any more infantry on the east side. All right, so orange stinks, but it is what it is. So now we go to green, and they can actually hit headquarters and all kinds of nasty stuff. And it's diamond. So I'm looking at my diamonds here, and this one's eliminated. No big surprise there. So this one hurts. He's a full strength unit, diamond, on a green. So he takes a hit. That's 2. And this one is treated as a steady fire. So this takes a hit. That's 3. Oh my gosh. And the headquarters takes a hit for 4. Does the headquarters take a hit in... Yes, it does. So this headquarters is delayed 2 turns again. Just like that. We've been screwed again by green. My gosh. So now all these units are helpless. We were just getting ready to tear this thing apart, and we can't. Because we need a bazooka and a Browning. And the bazooka, the Browning comes from this, and the bazooka was going to come from what? We don't have a tank anymore. Oh, the anti-tank provides the, nope, it's anti-aircraft. He provides the Browning. I think the bazooka was in the guy who just got killed. Nope, he was a Bangalore. Maybe it was this guy who was full health. Dang it. Yeah, so with no headquarters there, we get no more free actions. So that's going to hurt immensely. All right, and then we're not done. Oh, brown doesn't do anything. So it was orange and green, and those are the two we needed to clear mines. So there's nothing we can do there. Green, once again, foils us like it always does. Now we go to the west, and we don't want orange. And sure enough, guess what we drew? Orange. So we're going to get slaughtered. Because this unit here, which we were going to use to kill him, is hit. And now we lost a fourth unit. So K116. Man, whatever momentum we had earned, it's now going back the other way. And it's diamond. So we go through, and this one's eliminated completely. And see, that's sporadic, but now it's steady because of the event. So our artillery gets hit. And that hurts. Now, granted, the artillery doesn't lose its abilities, but it goes from a 9 to a 6. So orange really hurt. Now we have a double red, but the red doesn't matter because red was disrupted. So disruption marker goes away. And then we had a green, and green doesn't matter because green was disrupted. So as far as fire goes, orange fired, but not blue. So we can move this one over like so, and in fact we can get rid of both of these markers, and we now have a clear path all the way across. So that's good. It's definitely a slough, a slog. Now we only get 2 actions again, which is not a lot. The first free action is remove this climb. So we're going to be able to take this out, but now we have this thing is able to fire on us again. So that's an issue. But I need my tank here to help me take this out. So we're going to do that. That's 1 action. Or no, it's 0 action because the tank's free and the ranger's free. But we have the BG and an MG. We have it. We flip this over. Oh gosh, naval artillery. I need naval artillery. That's what that is. Okay, so here's what we have to do. We had the strength. We were double his strength, right? So we revealed the depth marker. We revealed it, and now we don't have the marker. So are we still double? He's at 4. We're at 9. So the answer is yes. The German unit is disrupted, and we have optional attrition. So the only way to defeat this is to get that naval artillery I was telling you about. So I have no choice but to take attrition. So I'm going to take optional attrition, and he's going to take a damage. And fortunately for us, it's still a BG because we'll be able to kill him. But that's the only way to get rid of this, is we took an optional step hit, and he was hit and disrupted because the tank was able to provide the machine gun necessary. So no naval artillery there. So we've not spent an action yet. We want to take out orange here. And I think I have to do this. This is a climb action, largely because he was in a steady zone. So then what we're going to do is we're going to attack with a tank, barrage with both of our tanks. So we're going to try to, oh gosh, no, I need to take him out. Can I do it? I need a Browning and a mortar. Yes, I can. So I'm going to keep this unit here. I can't climb. This unit's going to attack with the help of these 2 tanks down here. So this tank right here and this artillery, we're going to attack that and kill it. So this unit is gone. So we at least got rid of one of the oranges. And yes, he stays in the steady fire zone, but then this tank here, as long as I have an orange or a diamond, I will be able to disrupt him. So let's try it. That's a free action. I say diamond and orange, and look, I got neither. So once again, orange lives for another day, and it hurts. So from my calculations, I still have 2 actions left. So one action is I'm going to attack with him to there. These ones are all free actions, so I can move this up, and it's a climb to get him up there. This one is an infiltration move, so I can't have a green diamond. Ooh, and it was a green circle, so we got lucky with the infiltration move. The general's going to stay where he is because this tank fired, and I don't want to lose the tank, but that means that these guys won't be able to move next turn. That's sort of okay. Well, maybe actually it'd be easier to move the general and then just spend an action later. Yeah, I'll move the general. And then this guy's going to use the second action. He's going to attack here. And so we have a mortar and an MG. The unit is full strength, so he has both. So we have that, and we double him. And then this needs an artillery and a radio. We have the radio, we don't have the artillery, but this tank can help with the artillery. And what I need to do is keep my general there. Actually, that's the thing. So I would not have made that move. We should have attacked first before deciding whether or not he moves. But we do disrupt him. So we need the artillery, and the artillery can be provided by the tank. But for now, we were unable to bust through, but we did disrupt blue, which is fine. Okay, so that's the West. Orange is still our biggest issue. That was one action. I think the other action was I wanted to move this, so I will move that as my second action. And if that ended up being a third action, I apologize, because that wasn't what my intention was, and I think I counted right. Okay, now we come over to here, and losing our headquarters hurts, but there's not much we can do. I mean, this guy was climbing, and so he still has to finish his climb. So the climb's done. This tank is going to wait. It would like to barrage, maybe, but that's an action. So let's figure out what our actions are going to be. That's one of the possible actions. This general is going to give free actions. So for a free action, these guys are going to climb. That requires a climb, and it requires a infiltration check. We did not draw red, so both units are fine. This unit gets to move for free, so it's going to move up. The general moves for free, so it's going to move up. And then this tank is going to try to barrage this guy here. So let's see what we get. We did not get a red. We did not get a diamond, so the tank failed. That was all free actions, because that tank can do a barrage like that. So we still have 2 actions left. The artillery can no longer help, because there's no more headquarters here. I have the anti-aircraft provides the Browning, but I don't have the bazooka anymore until this guy moves in. So I'm going to spend 1 action to move him there, but he can't attack anymore. This one, of course, has things, but there's no headquarters to help him. So 1 action, and then I think the second action is I really will barrage orange. So let's see if we can succeed at that. And we didn't draw orange or the symbol, so we failed again. So very awful turn. We move to round 14. Round 14, we do have some beach landings. So we have a, looks like an anti-aircraft diamond, and diamond is A. So let me flip this over. A diamond A is delayed 3 turns again. So 1, 2, 3. And then we have the West Beach, also an anti-aircraft. Triangle is B. He's going to drift 2 boxes east. 1, 2, and then he lands. And you can see here he's going to blow up. So he lands and takes a hit because that hasn't been cleared. So unfortunate outcome there. But he is next to the headquarters, so he'll be able to do some stuff. Okay, done with that. Let's go to the event. Well, yeah, there's nobody that comes out. The event. Soldiers from support unit join infantry. Add a step to a one-step unit in the 29th Division. The 29th Division is this side. Do we have any one-step units? We do. We have our Rangers here who are hurt. We also have this guy. But he can get hit again. That can be revived too. So can this artillery. We actually have quite a few. All right, let's look at this. BG. This Ranger unit could theoretically still kill this, but if I make him full again, he's pretty badass. This one could go back to being this with a BZ, DE, and BR. It would remove one of our casualties, which helps. But we're in the steady fire, so if I draw 1 orange, I'm just going to go right back to where I was. The artillery, I have no idea if moving back to a 3 helps. This is a nice dilemma to have. I think ideally I would like to do this one if I knew he was going to survive. I have no infantry at all over here, so I am very desperate to have an infantry stay alive. Now, the other thing is this is an awesome infantry, and he'll be full strength if I flip him over, and he gets free actions, whereas this one does not. So I'm going to flip the Ranger. I know it doesn't, like this actually helps remove one of my endgame losses, but I think the Ranger is going to be more useful at full strength. So, okay, done with the event. At least it was a nice event for us. German fire time. Gonna go in the east. And we do have an artillery check, which could be a problem, but let's first do the fire. There's no double red, so we skip red. Blue is gone. We eliminated blue. So there is no blue. Double green does fire, and there's tons of it. So they're firing at circle. We have 1 circle unit here, and he's destroyed. So that is C16. Sorry about that. And then we have another circle unit here, which is also hit, and that was what we needed. That's what provided us the Browning. So we just lost. Come on. Green did it again. Oh. I cannot believe the luck of green. It's just, these things are impenetrable. Every time we are 1 turn away from taking out green, they do it to us. Oh, okay. So now we need 4 of a 75, 88, and 105. Well, we know they have 2, right? There's 2 right up there. So that's 2. So we just need any 2 other ones. There's 1 for 3, and there's an 88. So 4 they're going to hit. So they go after somebody on the beach first, or that's approaching the beach. There's nobody. So then they go after a non-infantry on the beach, which is this tank, that tank over there, or this artillery. The artillery is useless to us. So we will take him out. He's a 7 FA. There's still 1 more of him. I mean, even at a strength 4, it's still pretty good. So artillery takes the hit. Nothing we can do. So now we go to the west. We do not want orange, and we get orange. Oh, come on. Well, I made the right choice about who to revive, didn't I? Okay, so we get orange. And of course, this one's dead. Okay, 116. And it's a diamond. So this is just going to get disrupted. So we have a disrupted artillery. And this is in continual fire, so it's destroyed. So they took out 2 units. Orange did. And we have no ability to take out orange anymore. Then is green. Green is not disrupted. Green is actually quite active. So it's a diamond. So these guys don't get hit. This is a diamond, so it gets hit, unfortunately. And that's it for the green. Next is brown. And brown was disrupted. And we were enjoying some peace. But now there shall be no more peace for brown. Okay, so what clears? Orange fired and green fired, so nothing clears. Actually, yeah, right here. This clears. So we're going to move one more over. In fact, we can now say that the entire beach over in that direction is clear. Brown would have fired, but there's nobody in brown there. Okay, so then we have an artillery check. So 75, 88, and 105. So we know that there's 2 from up in the corner there. The 88's disrupted. So here's a 75 right here. And that only counts 3. We needed 5. So no artillery actually fires. We only have 3 artillery to count. Even if that one was not disrupted, it would not have fired. So good job, I guess, there. Okay, so now it's our turn to put on the heat, put on the hurt locker. This general and this tank obviously have free actions. This blue is still disrupted, so we could attack, and I think we determined we need the tank to help there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack here with action 1. And so let's see what we get. We have a Browning, and then we have full strength units up here. So we have the Browning, and this guy is easily destroyed. So we eliminated green. So good news there. This climb goes away. And so yes, we can do one more action here, and then the tank will use its free attack to help. And I think that's what we were missing before, right? So we have the MO and MG, but we needed the artillery. So the artillery helped us to take that out, and this is now gone. And the unit is disrupted. It doesn't get disrupted twice, it just stays disrupted. So that is my 2 actions. Got to keep the general here so we can have the tank support. But I do need to get him up so we can get free actions for all those guys. This disrupted marker just goes away. And as far as like stuff here, this tank is going to get a free action. We're going to barrage orange. And we do have orange, and it's a diamond. We don't need the, well, let me check. Let me check. So we match the color only. It is a strength 4 unit. It's disrupted. So if it was a strength 2 unit, we would have had to match both. So we did disrupt orange, which is good. And then we're going to try to disrupt brown here with my other tank. He does get a free action. This would require, with his strength 2, I would require an exact match on this. So I'll do a partial match with this one. So let's see. I got a brown triangle. Oh my gosh, I had an exact match. But I did already declare I was doing the other one. So we at least disrupted one part of the brown. And could have disrupted the other part. But that's how it works. Okay, coming back to this, we're going to remove this climb. They'll be able to attack the next turn. The general is here. He can't climb because these guys are already clogging up the space. I can do a free barrage, so I try. I just need, so I got a red, but it's only a strength 1 or 2. And if it's a German with no depth marker, it's disrupted. So I matched the color, but not the symbol. And that's enough as long as he didn't have a depth marker. So we at least won't get hit by red. So moving on, we still have not spent any actions over here. This is a free action to go here, but bear in mind that's a steady fire. So one of my actions is to barrage this with a strength 4 tank, and I miss. That hurts. The second action, he can't attack. I mean, he can try. He's double strength and all that jazz, but he doesn't have the browning. So he can try to attack the other guy. I would love to, this is going to be a problem child. All right, I'm going to attack this other one because it doesn't matter. I need to disrupt both of them. So I'll try to disrupt this one. I don't have the exact things I need for here, so I'm going to see if I have the exact things I need for there. So I need a mortar and a BZ. I got the BZ, but I don't have the mortar. So it's not enough, but I am double. And I think I at least disrupt him. Yes, I disrupt him. So that's something. All right, so disrupted, and then obviously that one's still a problem child as well. The thing is with this one being disrupted, you can see that this fire here on him only comes from that nest. This nest down here cannot fire that way. And that's an extremely important thing, and this is what's so awesome about the board, is this green dot is facing that way, which means the green fire is not coming from here. So by disrupting him, I saved my infantry from taking a hit. Now, that doesn't mean these ones won't, but it's at least something. Okay, I think that covers my actions. We gotta not get orange. All right, so we end the round. We're gonna move up. I'm just taking this out now. We know he's coming back, and yes, I want him to help here. So we're gonna try to get him to land again. The dang HQ keeps getting destroyed. All right, and then there's no landing cards I need to draw. So let's do the event. We're on turn 15. The event. German artillery fire prevents engineer operations this turn. All right, that's fine. I'm fine with that. So we just don't do the engineer step. So now we're going to do fire. We cannot get orange. Yes! No orange. Okay, purple's gone. No purple attack. Green is going to attack, and it's triangle. They hit nobody, and you can see that. This is green. There's nobody here that's triangle. So nothing happens, and it's a double brown. There is no brown on this side. So the engineers would have enjoyed a really nice, clear beach, but the good news is nothing's happening. All right, so now we go to the west, and we do get an orange. So the orange is going to remove his disruption marker, but he doesn't do anything. Red fires. Red will remove his disruption marker. And then brown fires. So he could do some damage, but he only has a circle. And this is a triangle. And then these guys over here are not in brown. So brown doesn't do squat. So their fire phase did next to nothing, which is good. At turn 15, this is the way it's supposed to start to become. If I was doing the basic game, I don't think we're doing all that hot. But, okay, so now we go to, we did their fires. Now it's our action time. So we still get just 2 actions. This guy's disrupted, and he can be destroyed with 1 action. I think this guy can also be destroyed with 1 action. And then we have this nonsense here, which I don't think we can do anything about. So let's do that. So we're going to destroy both of these units. This took a BG and an MG. That was easy. This one took a mortar and an MG. So I did not need the tank to help him. So that's important. I'm just trying to make sure I get everything figured out. And so the general is going to move up, and the tank is going to move over as part of their free actions. And so he took an action, he took an action. These other guys sort of, they can't do an action without the general helping them. And then as we get over to here, my only hope of taking out orange here and even brown is to get these units, this unit over and those units over. But this unit can't move because he attacked. But he's now able to start doing some damage. This HQ gives free stuff to people. So we're going to start with a barrage action on here. And it's a strength 4 barrage action. And so we got a green triangle. Now, I don't have a triangle, but I do have the color. And it's a strength 4 color. And all I needed was the color, is it being a strength 4 tank. So strength 4 tank just needed to match the color, and it's a disruption to orange. So that helps. Now these are all free actions. This one will do a barrage on brown, and I need an exact match, which I got a color, but I didn't get the other symbol, so he didn't do anything. So I still get 1 more action. And I can move stuff to the right, but I think I'm going to get this artillery in place. So he's now in range of the headquarters, and he can support with artillery attacks. Okay. So that's the west. Now we go to the east. We got all kinds of stuff going on. These guys here could eventually take out brown, but first we got to deal with this. We haven't seen what it is. So with the general here, we can do a free attack with this whole everything you see. So this is all free. So it's BG, BZ. There's a BG. And I think the tank provides the BZ. It better. Or we're in trouble. Yes, the tank provides the bazooka. So we had enough, and this is a strength 3, but we easily doubled it right there, 6 alone. So we got him. So, Osama bin Laden, we got him. All right. So, red is annihilated. Everybody did a free action, so there's no more movement there. I still have 2 actions left. Let's move over. I can now disrupt. Well, actually, green fired, so this disruption marker is gone. But what I'm going to do is, let's wait. I'm going to go over here, and these 2 guys, as an action, are going to attack this, because I'm in a intense fire zone there. I got to let green have another round. So here we go. It's a bazooka and an MG, which is perfect. Actually, the full-strength infantry had the bazooka and the MG. No, it did not have the MG, so I did need the tank for the MG, but I had it, and so we are, that's a 6 strength, so we're double. So that means we get to reveal this. And it's a tactical reinforcement. So this goes away, and this unit's destroyed. Because the tactical reinforcement, what that does is that causes a divisional reinforcement to come out, and it's going to be the closest area to here, which is this. And then that's not a building, so it gets a mobile depth marker. So brown is now all of a sudden active over here, and we're in an intense fire zone. The only good news I can say is that we can probably take it out, but I'm out of actions. because I spent both of my actions with this. This was critical, but that is now a problem. So we just got to not draw brown next time. And that brings us to the end of the round, and we move to 16. Okay, so I need to take a quick break, and we're at almost an hour. And then we will wrap this up. I'm going to go check the rules and see if there's anything I need to do special with the high tide, and I will be back. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.